These are being applauded one by one as they leave Cusack Park here into a county final. Can you sum that up?
My heart is gone, Derek. Mixed emotions. Like I suppose we had. I feel we nearly imploded in normal time twice, but the character we showed built up over time to come back and stick at it. And even when we had a couple of goal chances and Keane got the hand and eventually caught the ball and laid it off, and then you think you're back in it for a draw, and next thing you give away a soft free again. And what the character shown was immense in the conditions, and has off the bridge as well. I mean, you're never beaten easy, and serious game. I think in the conditions. I mean, the conditions were atrocious. The wind. People don't realise, I suppose, the top of the rain, the wind. I would say you were playing a game of two halves, and it was some battle out there. But it's always a battle with the 6 mile bridge, and I suppose I don't know whatever's in it. I think it's 4 or 5 times we've played them in the last 4 years. So yeah, it's good to get over.
Yeah, the quality of the game probably summed up 2:15 apiece after normal time in them conditions. Like if you got a scoreline on a scorching day in July like that, you'd applaud it.
Yeah. Look at I think great players on both teams, and just what more can you say? I say there was some excitement there for the neutral as well as supporters from 6 Mile Bridge and Eire Og, and I said to our lads, there's nothing won or lost yet, but it's good to be there and to be able to fight on, and an hour to go, and but that was some game at Valier yesterday as well. So I suppose you're delighted to get over the line. You don't have to think too far ahead, and you're back. You'll be humbled fairly fast,
Some depth in your squad after 20 minutes with the man of the match award given to Shannon O'Donnell. David really must have heard us, because then he puts down the shoe. What a performance!
Yeah, David. I suppose Davis, great bit of stuff. I had a great time for him. But I mean, when leaders were needed, I suppose he stood up today, head and shoulders above, and but all over the field. The conditions were unbelievable, but I thought to man, everyone did their job, and there were no egos in the team. Everyone, they know their role and they do their best they can, and win or lose after that, all you can do is your best. And we knew everyone would give 100%, and we did. David was on the end of a lot of scores today, and I just said it in there, it'll be somebody else the next day. I mean, it was Shane the last day. Had a press since, but I mean, I even said to the lads during the week, someone else will stand up, and room will be there for somebody else. And but lads, other lads stood up out in defence as well today that were quieter other games. So every day, different young lads stand up, and look, there's 3 or 4 young lads there, and it's a great experience for them, and they'll become better players over time because of these experiences,
Huge mental strength as well, though. You hurled all the ball in the first half, the bridge went ahead.
Yeah.
We know what happened at the end of normal time, so to not sit in the dressing room and think, what more can we do? Like, huge mental fortitude from your side.
Yeah, it's not surprising. I mean, again, that comes over time and over time spent together, and I suppose we're on the road a while, and look, I suppose we're in corners, in tight games, like we had a tough game against Stoney earlier on. I suppose we had a horror show the first day against Kilmaley, and I suppose you find out what you have in them situations. And after the Kilmaley game, I even said to the guys, we'd find out what we're made of, and to the test of us, and backs to the wall. And same against Stoney, I remember we were 5 points down, and we brought it back. And I suppose today we had a lot of hurling done. I thought going at half time down. Then we went ahead and cruising away again. Well, not cruising, but built up a 3 or 4 point lead, and just imploded. Like, I thought we just a soft free, and it was a free shot for the goal, and another soft free then. But great resolve to come back again, and that doesn't surprise me, I mean, it's great leaders in there, great lads,
I suppose that's one thing, the mental toughness. You missed a penalty. Jamie Shannon hits a speculative ball in, and it hits off I don't know if it was a narrow player or not, but he ends up in the net. That's a 6 point swing, like, and you still had the mental fitness, toughness to just get over that and keep fighting.
Yeah, again, a day like today, like we said before the game, there's going to be loads of mistakes. I mean, on both sides, and it was just down to how you think your next ball every time. Can't dwell on mistakes. Look forward, and I just thought we just went out there and attacked the game. But again, you have to give great credit to the Bridge. They're never easily beaten, and some battle out there, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be at your best to beat them.
Yeah.
Kieran Russell, what a man to go out there injured and played for almost all of the game. Like, you know, that's the type of characters you have, like Aaron Fitz at centre back. I mean, you have the players that are just willing to go out and die for the club. Like.
Yeah, we beat some big names there in the more than Bridge Valley of this world, Cracklows. But like, it's the panel. Them guys will be the first to tell you that. But like, them lads are the, I suppose, the well-known names, and they're the leaders there. You have leaders in every team, and they are our leaders. And great characters, hurling our football, and they're good leaders away from. It's not just hurling our football. I mean, they're good lads anyway, and they're winners. They want to get the best out of themselves, and I no doubt they'll do the same next week playing the football.
Yeah, David McNamara, great, full-blooded player, and came up with 2 great points when they were needed.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. I was saying that might be well known, but you have Mikey Maloney, Warren Cahill, look at you go through them all. Just great lads, and look at I suppose every Valley is this world, Bridges, they all have them, and it's a 50-20 man game now, and it's more lads coming after. Aidan McGrath came on, did well again today, unlucky not to really start. So, 20 man game.
Yeah, it's a county final now. We're really looking forward to it because, like, Eire Og and Ballyea wouldn't have made that much. So it's an intriguing county final now for me as a neutral. Like, it's just set up for a great day.
Yeah, look at Ballyea being there. I don't know, is it four times the last 7 years, is it? And look at themselves in the Bridge are the, I suppose, standard bearers in the county. And I must say, like yesterday, they're back to their best on yesterday's performance, and they were really impressive. And I mean, to do that with 14 men was very, very impressive. But it was great to be there and have a crack at it. And I suppose in 2 weeks' time we'll have a good go at it and hope for the best.
That's it. You've worked hard. You've worked since the Kilmaley game. As you said, you've worked hard, and you deserve your day in the sun now. And I wish you the very best in the county final.
It's good 2 weeks for the young guys around Eire Og, and I suppose to build a bit of culture in the club as well. And I suppose they haven't been there in a while.
I won't dare mention a double.
More such thing, and Paul and Madden laughed you as well. I mean, it's game to game, and I think I've said it before. I mean, we have small numbers, and you're trying to get from game to game and hopefully get through injury free. Paul will be hoping now these guys can get recovery in during the week, because there'll be a lot of recovery needed. Not alone with extra time, which is very heavy ground, and we have a small panel, so we didn't have a hell of a lot of subs. So them guys are going to need a lot of recovery during the week. So it's just game to game.
For yourself, you've worked hard over the last 3 or 4 years now that you're with them now, and you've got them right up there. But now you've got them to the county final. It must be fierce. Personally, you must be really delighted.
Yeah, it's great to get there, and that was the goal at the start of the year. And I suppose when look at every team, I suppose his goal is getting to certain stages of the championship. And it's good to still be there. But look at great win, but you have to enjoy the moments. And I know some lads say we don't get carried away. At the same time, I'd always say to lads, every round you win, you enjoy it, and because at the end of the day, you definitely. I know myself that I definitely lost more games than I won. So when you do win good games, I think you have to embrace it and enjoy it.
Absolutely,
that's part of it.
Absolutely, Matt Shannon, congratulations and well done, and thanks for talking to me. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Thanks.